What's going on, everyone? Derek and Alyssa here again with the Magical Fix.
Hi guys! So this week we are going to be going over tips and tricks for taking a toddler to Disneyland.
That's right, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay caught up on all of our upcoming videos. Alright, so first, when you go to take a 1 or 2 year old, you're probably going to hear it from a lot of people. Don't take them. They're too young. They won't remember. Well, guess what? You're going to remember, and those memories are going to be priceless. And even if they don't remember, you're going to have pictures, you're going to have videos, and they're going to have a blast, whether they remember it when they're older or not. And to be honest, Disneyland can get really expensive. So what better time to take your kids than when they're free? Kids under 3 years old are free. So that's the best time to take them.
And honestly, if you're like us and you love Disney, you're going to have fun no matter what. It's just an added bonus to be able to see your kid just excited and having the time of their life, even if they're not going to remember it. So one of the biggest tips that we can give you guys is to start early. Go ahead and figure out what time the park's open and get there as early as you possibly can, especially with little ones, because before you know it, nap time is going to sneak up and that kid is going to need to go back to your hotel room and take a nap, or you can possibly do a stroller nap. That always works too, and then you can still walk around and stay in the park. But you still want to get in there as early as possible. If you have access to Magic Mornings, take advantage of it, because it is amazing. There is hardly anybody in the park. You can pretty much walk on to any ride, and it's just nice. It's kind of nice being able to walk around the park and it being that quiet.
You're going to knock a lot of your rides out if you take advantage of the Magic Mornings. And to get the Magic Mornings, there's certain tickets that are available for it, and you will get the access to early mornings, or the Magic Mornings. And also, if you're staying in any of the resort hotels, that'll also give you access to the Magic Mornings. Next, we'll go over some of our must-haves when we take our little one to the park that just make it a lot easier for us. First are these nifty little stroller leash guys. That way you can attach it around their cup, their snacks, their toys, whatever they have in the stroller with them. And then the other side just has a little buckle that you can clip around the stroller. So that way when your kid decides they're going to drop it or just throw their water cup out the side of the stroller, it just sits there and dangles instead of you constantly having to pick it up or never getting it back and buying 100 cups while you're at Disneyland. Next thing that we're going to go over is the leash. Now, I know a lot of people have negative things to say about this. Your kid's not a dog, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of people at Disneyland, and I don't know about your kid, but our kid, fast. So while you're at guest services trying to figure out where your kid is, we're going to know exactly where ours is.
Yeah. Seriously, though, that is like a must, I would say. All right, so next I'm going to go over stroller fans. So especially when it gets really hot in the park, these are pretty awesome. That way, if your little one is taking a nap in the stroller and you have the stroller cover over the kid and a blanket possibly to block the sun, it's going to get pretty hot in there. So a fan will help keep them cool and help keep them napping a little bit longer. Plus it just gets hot, and it's nice to keep them from getting cranky also.
Keep them as comfortable as possible.
Yes. This one is pretty cool. It was pretty cheap. We got it online, and it is rechargeable. So you can just plug it in when you get back to the hotel at night. Next, I'm going to be going over snacks and activities when you're waiting in line. So we always like to bring things, usually snacks in these little handy, I don't know exactly what they're called. Snack holders.
Grab cups.
I don't know. They're pretty cool though, because for the most part they're non-spill, but they're pretty nifty. You can put whatever snacks you want in them, just pop them out of the diaper bag, and then you got something for the kid to munch on, as well as little scratch pads. Obviously we kind of scratched our own little thing on here. These are pretty awesome because you don't have to deal with a mess, and then they can just have as much fun as they want. Any little type of toy or activity or even a game on your phone that can keep them preoccupied while you're in line is, like, honestly helps out a lot.
anything to keep them busy.
Even just staring at things, pointing out things, just whatever you can.
One of the other things that we like to bring are either suction plates or suction cups. You can find these pretty much anywhere online, Target, Walmart, anywhere that sells kid stuff. So we always like to bring this little plate. It's got a little suction cup on the back of it. So that way when you go to the restaurant, slap this on the table, put their food in there. That way your kid, when they decide to grab their plate and throw it, it's stuck to the table. So it'll help mitigate messes a little bit better.
Yeah.
After that, you can just wipe it down with a wet wipe, take it to the bathroom, rinse it off, whatever you need to do before the next meal. And then we always like to bring a little dish soap and wash it out at night when we get back to the hotel. They make the same thing in bowl form, so whatever's easiest for you, you can bring whatever's going to make it easier for you at mealtime.
Yes. Those are pretty awesome, I might add.
Another thing we like to bring is something to mark your stroller. There are a lot of strollers at Disneyland. And so whenever you go on a line, you got to park your stroller in the designated parking areas. And as they start getting more crowded, cast members start moving lines. Sometimes they'll have to move your stroller. Well, most strollers look fairly similar. So when there's 600 strollers sitting outside of Pirates of the Caribbean, you're going to want something to go, oh, that one's mine. It could be something as simple as a little Disneyland souvenir that you can hang off the back of it, some little decorative pom-poms, a balloon, whatever's going to make it easiest for you to be able to find it.
So lastly, we're going to be going over toys for the hotel room. So if you were to ask Raylan, our daughter, to pack toys, she would pack them all. And then unpack them, and then repack them, and then unpack them, and then repack them.
Bob.
We want to bring Bob. Okay, who else? Who else do we want to bring? We're all set. You got your toys packed. Yay!
Oh,
Now you want me to open it?
Okay.
Say please.
the apple.
Okay.
One of the things we always like to do when we bring our little one down, and to be honest, sometimes we like to do it when our little one's not with us, is a character meal. It's fun. It's a great way to get character interaction with them without standing in ridiculously long lines, and you're going to get a lot of characters at once. Knock it all out while you're eating breakfast, eating dinner, whatever the case is. Several places that you can do this at. You can do it at Storyteller's Cafe in the Grand Californian. You can do it at Goofy's Kitchen in the Disneyland Hotel. You can do it at Paradise Pier Hotel. There's a couple places throughout the park. And also Napa Rose has started doing a princess breakfast, which is a little ridiculously priced. It's like $150 a person, I want to say, $125, something like that. But there's lots of options for character breakfasts. So that way you can go have a nice breakfast before you go into the park, or once you get into the park, or have a nice dinner when you come out of the park. Characters all around. The kids are going to love it if they like characters. First time we took our daughter, she was terrified. But we still got some pictures. It was fun.
We still had a good time.
We had a good time.
Yeah.
And she got over that.
Yeah. So with that being said, your kid is going to get hungry. That is a fact. And with hungriness comes crankiness.
Me too.
Hangry. So to prevent this from happening, we pack snacks. And the snacks that we like to pack are usually easily accessible snacks like pouches, graham crackers, puffs, anything that's just going to be easy to pull out of that diaper bag and just give to your kid. And then of course, when you're in the park, there's going to be a lot of stands that you can stop at and buy healthy snacks if that's what you're trying to eat or get your kid to eat, which sometimes they don't like to eat healthy stuff.
Or you can just get them wound all up on churros.
I mean, there's churro stands everywhere too. I wouldn't do that. But there's also plenty of options in the park to get food, which I know can get pricey, so bringing snacks is a great idea. Disney offers a really cool perk, and that is Rider Switch. So the way that Rider Switch works is Derek and I would walk up to a cast member and we would tell them that we want a Rider Switch pass. So then Derek would go get in line and get on the ride, and I'd be staying with Raylan. Once he gets off the ride and meets me, we would switch. I would take my Rider pass, and I would either go in through the exit or the Fast Pass line, depending upon which the cast member would tell you and the ride. And then that way I can just hop on the ride. I don't have to wait in line again. It makes it a whole lot easier and a lot faster, especially with the child.
Keep in mind this is for rides with height restrictions. It's not available for every single ride. Just to make it more convenient for parents that want to ride the thrill rides when their little one's too short or too scared or too young to go on those rides. Next thing that's going to make it easier, especially with a little one, is the app. It's 2019. Everything has an app. Of course, Disneyland has an app. It's going to make things a lot easier for you. You can check park opening times, ride times. They have a nifty little option on there, of course, for a additional cost, but you can add it onto your ticket. It's called the Max Pass. That way you don't have to go to a ticket kiosk or anything like that throughout the park to get a Fast Pass, to get on a ride. You can just do it straight from your phone. That way you have an hour window. If you don't want to do the Rider Switch, mom can run on the ride real quick, and then dad can run on the ride real quick. Or if you're super smart like us, bonus tip, bring the grandparents. They can stay with the kid, and then you can both go on the ride real quick. And you don't have to wait in the line. Get through the super fast Fast Pass line. Note the name. Another option on the app is mobile ordering. Super convenient. That way, you've already been waiting in line all day with your kids for rides and for the ticket booth and for whatever. The last thing you want to do is wait in line for food.
Yeah.
Hop on the app, select one of the restaurants that does mobile ordering, select what you want. Already paid right off your credit card. Walk right up to the mobile order window, pick up your food, and you're already eating.
Off you go. Avoid the hangriness as much as you can.
That was directed at me. That wasn't directed
Yes,
at the
it
kids.
was.
That was directed at me.
To him. Of course, when you have little ones, a midday rest is a must. Just getting out of the park in the middle of the day when they're starting to get cranky, even if they can take a stroller nap, it's just nice to get out of the park. There's so much going on for them that they just need to recharge.
Sensory overload.
Yes, exactly. So that way you don't have little Ursula or Hades going on at night or maybe in the midday. It's nice to kind of avoid all of that and just go back to the hotel if that's possible for you. Take a midday swim or a midday nap, just recharge, and then you can go back into the park when it's not so hot, it's cooled off a little bit, and your kid is just a lot happier.
Which brings us to our next point. Stay close. If at all possible, stay as close to the park as possible. Whether it's one of the resort hotels, one of the Good Neighbor hotels, something within close walking distance is our recommendation.
Yes.
The last thing you want to do when you have a 1 or a 2-year-old that is just exhausted and tired and cranky as all can be is put them on a shuttle or a tram, go back to the parking garage. You got a 45-minute drive to your hotel, or you're stopping at all kinds of different hotels before you get to yours and you can take a nap. Somewhere you can just walk to your hotel, take a nap, rest, relax, whatever you got to do while you're there.
Yeah. Because at that point, your kid's not going to be the only one having a tantrum.
Probably be mom and dad.
Yeah. So lastly, the baby care center. We have gone over this before in previous videos. You should check them out. I'm just going to touch base on it a little bit though. The baby care center is pretty amazing. There's one located in both of the parks, and it's going to be there for if you need a spot to breastfeed, if you need a spot to change your child. There's little toilets in there. It's also a quiet area if you need to just take them out of everything that's going on and you just want to take them to recharge a little bit. You can do that in the baby care center. If you forgot something, diapers, wipes, any of that, they have all of the essentials that you could need.
They also have a nice little tap, so if you're filling a bottle with formula or if the kid just needs bottle refill of water, whatever, they have a tap that you can use for free with filtered water. In each park, Disneyland, it is at the end of Main Street on the right, and then in California Adventure, it's in the Wharf area.
Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something new, and I hope you guys are ready to take your toddlers to Disneyland. If you have already taken your toddlers to Disneyland, we'd like to hear about how it went in the comments below. Let us know if you have any more tips and tricks. Maybe there's something we're missing. So feel free, pop it down there.
As always, if you liked the video, if you learned something, if you just want to show some love and support, make sure to give us that thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you stay caught up on all of our upcoming videos. Click that bell, and we'll put links to some of our previous videos as far as what to pack and possibly where to get your souvenirs here and here. And don't forget to click here and subscribe. Bye!
Bye!